Good morning. Well, it's another nice cool morning here in central New Mexico. Beautiful out before the wind starts up. The wind has been bad lately. Hey, so I slept about 7 hours straight last night, which is amazing considering the anxiety I had yesterday, midday, afternoon, and I think it was a combination of things. It was a combination of how I was feeling, the weirdness in my legs and everything, and then a trigger that I had, an emotional trigger from trauma, past trauma. So I talked to a friend first, and he's so wise. He's very intuitive, and he said, you know, I hope you go through this as honestly as you can. And I said, okay, I want to have less pain. So he said, I don't know about that. So then I spoke with my therapist, and she said, let's just break this down to simple human terms. Again, being a human, better late than never, right? Better late than never. I guess I never had to worry about this stuff. So when you learn it, it's funny. But you say, oh yeah, that's what human beings do. So she said, let's keep it as simple as possible. You've had a psychological and physiological effect from trauma, from a trigger. And there was definitely a trigger. I'm not going to talk about it. I'm going to keep that private. But, and I think that was part of it, but that made it easier to understand. I said, oh, this is what human beings do. This is a normal human reaction to a trigger from trauma that caused a physiological and psychological effect. So I was able to sleep 7 hours, which was great, maybe even a little bit longer than that. And I'm trepidatious a little bit about what's coming or what isn't coming, but I'm okay right now. And I just have to say again, resources, resources, resources. Find your resources. If you have to pay for them, if you get them for free, whatever way it works, just find the people who will support you in the way that you need to be supported to get through this long COVID or anything that you're going through. And that's the message for today. I'm going to research some more interesting things. I'm going to dig into some of the tools I have. The message I'm getting is don't look for more tools. Dig in deeper with the ones you have. And the ones I have so far are breathing, meditation, and channeling. And the one I'm going to dig in today is breathing. I was told, boy, this was 30 years ago. Yeah, about 30 years ago. I was told by a person channeling a 10,000-year-old Tibetan monk. This is a funny story, actually. We had a chance to speak with this monk. I was scared. I'd never really been around people channeling before. And the prompt was, go ahead and ask the monk where you should be and what you should do. See what you get. And people were asking questions. They were getting all kinds of very specific answers, like, you need to be on the central coast of California saving these trees. You need to be on the East Coast practicing medicine, helping to find a cure for X. And I'm getting ready to ask, and I'm all agitated and worried about everything. And I say, I need to know what my purpose is, where I should be, and what I should be doing. And this very wise being channeled, says, breathe. The answer for you is in the midpoint of the breath. And I think that's all that was said to me by this 10,000-year-old Bonpo monk who was channeled. And I thought, oh my gosh, I've gotten the riddle of the Sphinx. Everyone else has gotten very specific things, and I've gotten the riddle of the Sphinx. So I've been looking over the years, trying to make sense of this. Therapists, counselors, other people, wise energy people have tried to make sense of it. And they've made sense of it, but it hasn't really hit home with me. So today I'm going to research a little more on that and see what I get. But it's a funny story because I was just amazed that I got the riddle of the Sphinx versus very specific information. I guess that meant I could do what I want, where I wanted, how I wanted. But I'm gonna come back with more information for you. Anyway, I thought that was funny. Um, but resources, find your resources, whether they're inner or outer, free or paid, whatever you need right now. Get it. It's invaluable. Make it work. And I'm going to breathe a little bit here now. Boy, diaphragmatic breathing is doing wonders for me. I hope you'll investigate that. We can talk about that sometime as well. That's one of my resources too. Anyway, I hope you're doing well. Write to me if you want. And I'll see you tomorrow. Be well. Bye.